name is Justin Reyes, and I am unapologetically Latino. Growing up in Cotulla, Texas, it was a border town, only 60 miles north of Laredo. And so I think it was a real special upbringing because, it was a small town in rural America. So if I had to go to a mall or a movie theater, I had to drive at least 60 miles away. But also, what was really neat, because I think we were so close to the border, was that our community was predominantly Latino. So, from the age of 0 to 18, I didn't know any better, right? This was it's kind of like a petri dish, right? This culture that was growing there because there was this, artificial barrier of distance and that, Texas is a huge state with a huge Latino population, but unfortunately, the education, the historical education they provide to us, whether it's the Hispanic, Latino community, or even Texas community, is really limited. And so I think because we had those Latino educators, we were able to have a little more cultural awareness than what the textbooks would cover. So it just varies. When it's cold in the winter, I like to put on my Carhartt jacket and go outside and listen to Ramon Ayala. I don't have a fire going, but it just reminds me of those gatherings in the winter months with my dad and my tios, and them just jamming out to some music outside. It's cold with the fire going. Just it takes me back. And then changing it up. Sometimes I'll listen to a group like Maná. I know my mom was a huge Maná fan. Or Intocable. I remember missing out on the opportunity to go to an Intocable concert because I was in college. I was so upset. But I did get a chance to see folks like Emilio Navaira with my parents. I guess growing up, the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo was an exciting time because it was something that I could look forward to, because as a family, we would normally go there to see the Tejano or the Latino band that they had showcased. So like Bronco, La Tropa F, who else? Oh, there's Los Bukis. One of my biggest frustrations, I'm a Latino that grew up along the border, but I don't speak Spanish. It's very frustrating. So I guess for any Latina, Latino, Latinx individual who, is having some self-doubt on that, I really suggest, surrounding yourself with Latinos and Latinas that can help you fill in that gap. I know for me, I'll be quite honest, I ran away from our culture when I was 18. And it wasn't until I was 25, 26 that I was coming back to it. And I felt like I lost ground there as a Latino. I lost a lot of cultural experience. And the Young Latino Professionals of Kansas City was that revitalization of connecting me not only to my Mexican roots, but also making me more aware of the other Latino communities that I didn't grow up with, and just realizing how just more expansive we are. But yeah, my mom loved pesado. Yeah, macizo. My dad would also listen to some old music like Chalino Sanchez or what's his name, Ruben Naranjo. He plays an accordion. It's like the more accordion, the more my dad likes.